this time together, this conference is, how did we come to be here? And I don't mean in the middle of a field in Shropshire. But I was saying to David, where's David gone? Where are you, David? There you are, yeah. I was saying to David earlier on that it's amazing for me and several others here that we've got so many people here who mean the world to us. And you're all here in one place. And some others who I don't really know yet, and I'm sure by the grace of God will come to mean the world to us as well. And one of the things about when you have so many dear people to you, they tend to be like in this group and that group and so on. And wouldn't it be great if they all knew each other as well? And that's, for me, one of the most precious things, that when I look around this room and I see people from churches where we've been privileged to share ministry, and people's homes, people whose homes we've had wonderful hospitality in, and people who've shared part of our journey, and it's I can't begin to explain to you how amazing it is that you're all here. So thanks for coming. I want to tell you about how we came to be here, though, as Aldersgate Renewal Ministries UK. And one of the things about it is that in 2007, the Methodist World Council matched me with Doug Miller here. Son Doug, so everyone can see you, and his wife Mary, and Doug. Well, they're both pastors in the United Methodist Church in America, and Doug and I swapped pulpits, homes, cars, pets. We kept our own families, yeah. And we shared 2 months ministering and living in each other's shoes, really, didn't we? And it was an amazing time for us. It poured down the whole time that the Millers were in England.
Yes.
We had a drought in North Carolina, and we actually prayed for rain one night. And it was 10 years ago this year. Can you believe that? 10 years ago this year that we went on this exchange. And every single year since then, somebody within that experience has either been over to America to join with the folks out at Grace Chapel or in Doug and Mary's new churches now, or somebody from there has been over here. And this exchange keeps going on, and it's fantastic. And while we were there in 2007, I think Emma and Barbie and Lynn and probably some others had just come back from Aldersgate that year. And Julie and I kept hearing people talking about Aldersgate this, Aldersgate that, and all this. And we heard about Aldersgate, obviously, because we know about John Wesley. And we hadn't actually been to Aldersgate Street yet in London, but we have now. And we heard about Aldersgate and this wonderful time that they were having. And then we went back into Grace Chapel in America the following year, 2008. We couldn't keep away, so we went for a holiday. And while we were there, Doug and I started talking about this Life in the Spirit seminar. And wouldn't it be great to bring one of those to the UK, to Crewe, where I was ministering at the time. And so they got one of the head honchos in Aldersgate in America, Harry Berger. I think honcho is probably a good description. I'm not our henchman, I think, but honcho is. And Harry brought a team. We've got a picture, Paul. The team stood out of obviously American-looking people stood outside us. That's it, yeah. And this was the first team to minister in the Life in the Spirit seminar in Crewe, in well, just up the road from here, actually. And from that church, David and his wife Pat were there, and Connie and Frank. Charlotte was there as well, and me and Julie were obviously there. And have I missed anybody else? No? Good. And they've become part of the ministry as well, of what goes on. And from that time, I was then moving to Hucknall, near Nottingham. And as soon as I got there, I said to the church in Hucknall, we have to have one of these Life in the Spirit seminars. They're great. And so Bobby brought a team, half a team from America and half a team from Crewe. And so that was the first sort of like British involvement in serving on a team, and that was at Hucknall. And then from there, while I was here, Bobby told me about Harry again, was taking a team to Estonia, to the Methodist Church in Estonia. Who knew there was a Methodist Church in Estonia? And so I said to Bobby, I said, wow, that sounds like fun. I'd love to go to Estonia. I didn't know anything about it. I thought, that'd be great. And so Harry said, yeah, come along. And David and Pat came as well. And this was our second trip, in actual fact. And we went and we shared in Tallinn. And it was a fantastic time. And then that was where we met Kaupo and Taya. And Kaupo is a pastor in Taya, in Bulu, and Taya is pretty much an unpaid pastor in Bulu as well, down in the south of Estonia. And they asked if I would lead a team, this team, in March. Where are we up to now? I've lost track of time. Anyway, it's 2012, wasn't it?
5 years ago.
Yeah. March 2012, I think it was. No, 2013 this was. Anyway, some years ago. And after that, I came back home and I thought, we really need this Aldersgate ministry here in the UK. You know, we keep importing people to come and do this stuff, we keep going elsewhere. And so this was the very first team, very first Life in the Spirit team that was pretty much all British based, except for Taya, who's not here. And it's really exciting. That's at the Hill in Ashby, in Kirkby in Ashfield, that's the place. And so here we are. And I spoke with Frank here, just have Frank so everyone can see you, who looks after everything that goes on overseas in Aldersgate, basically. Is that about right? Yeah. Yes, yeah. And so he really encouraged us and provided us with all sorts of support and a great deal of encouragement to set up Aldersgate Renewal Ministries UK. And don't get the UK bit. And so that's why we're here. And it's such an amazing story that God has been leading us on. You know, the fact that when Doug and I were matched together, we were so similar. Apart from our hairline, obviously. Well, I'm working on it. And, but you know, we're similar ages. Obviously, I'm younger than Doug. We both have two girls who were similar sort of ages, not too far away in age terms, and our theologies are quite similar. Our interests are pretty similar, and it couldn't have been a more perfect match, could it? Yeah. And God really knew what He was doing. Amen. He didn't just send us to a really beautiful part of the world. I tell you what, that parsonage in Grace Chapel, it's a bit. You remember Dallas? Yeah. You remember the house in Dallas? What was it called? Southport. Yeah. It's like that. It's honestly, it's fantastic. It's like a palace. It's slightly smaller, isn't it? But it is. It's fabulous. And He sent us to this most beautiful part of the world, to a church that was just wonderful, filled with wonderful people, and we thought that was it. We thought this is all there is to it. And yet God has so much more in mind. And so that's how we come to be in the middle of a field in Shropshire.
Amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it? And I think, over the last few years we've ministered just as UK to 6 different churches so far. And just if you've been in a Life in the Spirit experience weekend in a church in this country, just stand up for a moment. So we've got folks from Tansley, from Harrowby Lane, from Crewe, from Hucknall, from Rice Park, from Langley Mill, from... I said Tansley, Colin. Yes, have I missed anybody out? 19. Thank you. Sit down. It's just really... It's really great to see this family grow. And I've just said we ministered in 6 different churches over the last few years, which doesn't really sound a lot, does it? It's really exciting though, because what we're finding at the moment is we can do about 3 of these weekends a year, because I'm working full-time in my circuit ministry, so I'm doing Aldersgate on the side, really, moonlighting. And so I'm quite limited in how many weekends I can take out of my preaching in the circuit and so on. And so we're really looking about how we can grow this ministry. So as well as doing the 3 weekends a year, we're hoping to make this an annual conference. Tomorrow we'll talk to you a little bit more about signing up for next year. Okay, get the early bird rate before the price goes up on Monday. Okay. We also, a group of us for the last few years have made our annual pilgrimage to Paradise. Camp Gideon for the Sterling Methodist Church summer conference.
Tent building, wasn't it? Oh.
Yeah, tent building, yes. And that is a beautiful place. The first time we went, Calco was driving the minibus, and as we drove through the gates, he said, "Welcome to Paradise." And we looked around and we saw these old Soviet concrete buildings crumbling away, and we thought, he's got a funny idea of Paradise. But I tell you, it is. It really is paradise. I won't try and explain it to you anymore. Just find somebody who's been and ask them why it's paradise, and they'll tell you why. So we're wanting to grow the work, wanting to grow the ministry, because we believe that's what God is calling us to do. I've lost count of how many Methodist churches there are in the UK at the moment, but there's quite a lot. There's 33 districts, and in each district there are several hundred churches, so there's a lot to go at. And we've only been to 6 so far. And so there's a need for us to really grow this ministry, and I believe that's what God is calling us to do. So what we're going to hopefully do, if it's God's will, is to look to employ somebody. It might be me, it might not be, on a half-time basis to begin with, to just do the Aldersgate ministry. Maybe it can become something full-time later on, we don't know. Methodist Church gave me permission to work in circuit ministry half-time and do the Aldersgate ministry half-time, but they were less willing to give me some money. That's how it is. So if we want to do this, we're going to have to come up with the funds ourselves. And the sort of money that we're looking at is probably something like £26,000 a year for a half-time post, okay? Because of all the other on costs and all this sort of thing. And that sounds like an awful lot of money, doesn't it? But actually, with gift aiding and so on, if we had 100 people giving £20 a month, we would have that money. Okay, so I just invite you to just pray about that, and if that's something that you think you want to be a part of, then we'll give you some more information as the weekend goes on. But more than that, we need your prayers, obviously. We need you to continue giving to Aldersgate as you have done so far by coming to events like this, by being part of ministry teams and so on. I think that's pretty much all I want to say about how we've come to be here, but there's some really important, well, everybody's important here, but we've got some important sort of messages, I think, that people have sent to us or have brought to us about just wishing us God's blessing for this weekend. And I'm going to ask Peggy to come and bring welcome from the United Methodist Church in America, and particularly Aldersgate, and anything else she wants to say. So Peggy, please.
Really? Anything else?
Anything, absolutely. Yeah.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Well, I do bring you greetings from the United Methodist Church in America, mainly from the churches that are represented here by the Americans that are here. Frank and I bring you greetings from Greenville United Methodist Church in Tennessee. I don't say it quite like you're supposed to, Tennessee.
That sounds nice.
It sounds nice. And, no wait, let me get my order. I have an order to this. Bobby and Lynn and Matt Cheney, greetings from, I don't know the names of your churches now. Tabernacle,
and
UMC,
West Chapel.
and West Chapel, UMC. And they really do have the accent down, so it's in North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
And greetings from Emma Ruth's church, Grace Chapel United Methodist Church, where some of you have heard about. Okay, I'm counting because I know how many are here, so pardon my fingers. Next we have, don't remind me, I have to stop and think about this, how I want to do this. Okay, we have Doug and Mary Miller from churches Winston-Salem. Okay.
We're both pastors there.
Okay, both at the same place, I wasn't sure about that. And we have Doug and Virginia from Grace Chapel also. And we have Doug and Lana. Grace Chapel also. No.
Recently retired
Okay,
from Central Falls United Methodist.
okay. Recently retired, but still bringing greetings. Okay. Did I get everybody? I was sure of the 3 Dougs, but I wasn't sure about everybody else. And greetings from Aldersgate Renewal Ministries in the U.S., who also does not get money from the church in the U.S. Depends on donations from people, from churches, from anyone that has a heart for what they're doing. And where God is working is where you should put your money. So if you see God working this weekend, give your money.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And Penny, do you want to come and introduce the greeting that you have brought and say a few words as well?
David gave a good introduction how our friendship started. And Aldersgate happened to Estonia in 2011. And a lot of things started to happen. And I think with David we got really one of the greatest friends we have. Paul has video number 1, what is from our superintendent. And British team has been 4 times in our summer conference, plus some extra times. And you have just grown to our hearts, into our hearts.
Dear friends, Brother David and your wife Julie, and all the Aldersgate team in UK, this is my pleasure to greet you and send our best regards with Kaupo and his team to you, each one of you. First of all, I would like to thank you so much for the cooperation we have had over the past years. Together, we feel that we have grown deeper into God. And I believe that together, we have experienced that the territory of God's kingdom has been enlarged. I thank God for you and the friendship we share. And we pray that this coming week will be a special blessing for you. so that our team from Estonia will experience God's presence and your team in UK will experience the same while you serve together. Please know that you are in our hearts and minds and prayers. We pray that God will be continually blessing you, guiding you, and leading you. And if your timetable allows, we would be very glad to invite you to our summer conference this time again. Let God's will be done, and let His kingdom's territory increase. Be blessed, encouraged, and please know that this friendship what God has started will continue. Be blessed in the name of Jesus.
And now comes the video number 2. Somehow God has made so that David has born on Estonian Independence Day. And this video has been made on this day.
David, soovime sulle palju õnnistusi sünnipäevaks. Happy birthday!
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Very amazing. And that's another fantastic part of this story. I had no idea, I didn't know anything really about Estonia before we first went. I knew where it was, and that was it really. And to discover that their Independence Day is the same date as my birthday. Just extraordinary what God is doing, because there is a real place in my heart, a very big place in my heart for Estonia. So thank you so much for that. Wow. Anybody ready to continue worshipping God? Yeah? I think so, don't you? It's warm in here, isn't it? It's actually... All right, well, no, it'll get warmer, okay.